EGM Network.
Welcome to Whatever with Lou Navarro. As you may know, I have been dedicating this entire month to celebrating women in our community, the incredible women that surround us. And today's episode is a continuation of that journey, a tribute to what it truly means to be a woman who rises, a woman who reinvents herself, a woman who leads, a woman who lifts, and a woman who shows up no matter how hard it is. And Lou Navarro, a Venezuela immigrant, real estate agent here in the Vero Beach area, and our beautiful paradise, how I call it, and a Latina woman committed to empower other women through education, opportunities, and connection. And today's episode is about that. But me being a real estate agent, I also believe that buying is not just a transition; it's a life-changing it's a life-changing moment in your life. So make sure that you follow me on my social media as Lou Navarro, the realtor. I share this episode with somebody that may benefit from it, and we're gonna be talking with women that inspire you. So make sure that you take the moment to listen to us. Today I have the honor to have two extraordinary women from our community that they are leaders, and they are women that they may not know it, but have personally inspired me. Valencia Tillery. She's a podcaster, influencer, a recognized voice in our community, and a woman who has built a powerful presence and both in media and business. And then we have Ingrid Iraola, a veteran. Thank you for your service. Thanks. A warrior, a TEDx speaker, independent woman, a woman of the year, who represents courage, discipline, and transformation. So thank you so much, lady, for coming and being here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's talk about each of you. Tell us what you do.
So for the past 14 years, I have proudly had the honor of representing White Glove Moving and Storage here in the community. We're headquartered in Vero Beach, and we serve the entire Treasure Coast. So I'm very active in the public arena for chambers of commerce, realtor associations, and a variety of nonprofits. And somewhere along the way, my gift of gab was noticed, and I've been able to help MC various events and be sort of a party starter, if you will, for a variety of different groups. But I did come to town 21 years ago, and I've been able to raise my son in Indian River County, and it's just been terrific, and I love to call this area home.
Nice. What about you, Ingrid?
Oh man, so I'm originally from Boston, so which I love, but I do enjoy Vero Beach, and I've been in Mary Kay for like 15 years. I'm now a licensed esthetician.
Nice.
Mom of 3, and I run support groups for veterans. Being a veteran, I kind of know that transition help is needed, and I am currently the COO of a sheepdog program.
Nice.
Which enhances first responders and veterans.
Awesome. So something powerful behind. What are you guys beyond your titles? How would you define yourself?
Interesting.
What do you think has shaped you as a woman?
What has shaped me? Well, honestly, I love being from Detroit, Michigan. And I used so much of that concrete jungle to help cultivate what I knew I wanted as I became an adult. Perpetual sunshine and palm trees is really beautiful. And I knew that to flourish the way that I felt I was capable of doing, I could not do that in Michigan.
Yeah.
And the moment I came and discovered Vero and made it home, I came as a business owner. And my first marriage was to a much older gentleman, and we have a son together. And I knew right then and there that I had a chance to really craft my image and who I wanted to be. And I didn't want to be Anna from 8 Mile. I wanted to be Anna, a success. And becoming a mother, I think, really helps propel a woman into setting good goals for herself. It can, if you want it to, anyhow. And so every day I choose happy, and I choose to be good at the things that I take on. And I don't dwell too much on the negative stuff. It all happens. As most women can tell you, their upbringings were never flawless or perfect. You use it to catapult you into what you want to be. And if you do that without looking back, I think that there's a lot of success. And again, the backdrop of sunshine really helps in so many ways.
Awesome. For you, what was the defining moment in your life? When do you realize that you had to reinvent yourself?
Gosh, I think, thinking about this, I think we reinvent ourselves quite often.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really probably numerous things in my life that I had to shift or pivot. But I think with every pivot, it was just, I kept in mind something that you said. I really was intentional of picking the stuff I didn't like that people were doing and just not repeating it, and knowing that I have a choice of what I put out.
Yeah, you have a choice every day to be happy no matter what, you know, or you have a choice to be miserable. It's up to you.
Yeah.
And I think reinventing is fun.
Yeah.
So it was just an option for me to just be better.
Well, I want to take a moment right now to personally thank both of you, because like I said before, you don't think that you have inspired me, but Anna, you inspire me with this podcast, you know. And then Ingrid also has inspired me, even though I have just met her recently or have been in contact with her recently. But, you know, Anna, watching you build your voice, your platform, your podcast, and the way you show up like so authentically and confidently is really inspiring. So,
Thank you.
and I know you have become a recognized figure over here in our county with the intention that you know that is required. So, what drives you to keep showing up the way you do, and do you always see yourself in this space?
I think the first time I realized that other people were really watching was probably about 12 years ago. It's just about 10 years ago that I launched my women's networking group. When it first started, it was the Vero Premier Women's Network. But prior to that, I would go to these events and I would do big presentations, and I'd already been at White Glove for a while, but I realized that there were women in the audience that were like, you know, how did you do that? How were you able to, can you show me how you do that? And so I realized then that there were things that I was doing that spoke with others, and they wanted to be able to kind of get over that public speaking hurdle, if you will. And I didn't necessarily know that that was a gift I had. I just knew that it was something I could do. I did well, and I didn't necessarily know that it was something I could help teach and foster.
You discover yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Leo through and through, and I was never without a like I had a Barbie growing up that I like used as my microphone everywhere I went, you know? So like that was kind of a natural thing, but I didn't know that I could teach those skills to others.
Okay.
So then once I started the ladies' lunch, I knew that was something that I was on display, and I really had to be mindful of the words I chose, why I chose them, and how I made people feel. However, when I was Miss Centennial, when Vero Beach turned 100, and I was asked to represent the city and help to jumpstart some of the bigger events and get up on stage and articulate the history and the mission and the next 100 years, that the optimistic outlook kind of thing. I had this tiara, right? And it's by my bedside. If anyone's wondering, I love my tiara. Thank you. John Michael Matthews is no longer in business, but he's since retired. He's still here locally. But I love that tiara. And these little girls would come up to me and they were like, "You're a real life princess." Oh. And then I felt like I had so much responsibility, where then on behalf of my team at White Glove Moving, I ended up buying little mini tiaras and wands for these little girls to be able to give to them, and then little swords for boys. And ever since then, I just feel like I have this thing where little kids are always looking up at me. And so I just view every day as if they're watching me and I need to be mindful.
Thank you. Ingrid, your story is powerful. You are a veteran, a warrior, a TED speaker, my God, and a woman of the year. Woo-hoo! That's awesome, right?
It is.
You represent resilience in another level, right? And the power, and I want to personally thank you for the powerful message you delivered to me directly last week. She called me and she said to me, I want to let you know that you are impacting women, and that really inspired me and keep me going, because sometimes you say, why am I doing this? But, it's nice to hear from somebody else. So I appreciate that. And so where does your inner strength come from, and what keeps you grounded in everything that you do?
I believe what keeps me grounded is I'm very intentional on how I make people feel. I think we talked about upbringing, and I always remember how I didn't want to feel.
Right.
And inside, I actually want to share this with you. I wanted to be a mortician at one point because I couldn't fathom speaking to people. It was just always very hurtful. And it got to the point that I understood the magic of how you make people feel.
The magic of your voice
And energy and authenticity, and having the power of, I can make a difference.
Yes.
Like when I leave your space, I want you to be happy.
Yes.
And also, you only die once.
Yes.
You live every day.
Yeah.
So being able...
I love that perspective.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
So just know that I didn't get this far to stay this far. And that's how I...
Powerful. Very powerful.
So that's how I keep going, because everybody's watching.
Yeah.
Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's what I want, to be able to leave.
Awesome. So you both represent different paths, but you both bring power or share the same power. So thank you for that. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Are you opening a used car lot, pawn shop, a restaurant that will serve beer and wine? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
Carmina Burana, one of the most electrifying and recognizable choral orchestral works ever written. The Vero Beach Choral Society, alongside the Indian River Charter High School and backed by a 60-piece orchestra, directed by Dr. Jacob Craig, presents Carl Orff's Carmina Burana. Don't miss this special performance on Tuesday, April 14th at 7:30 p.m. at the St. Edward's School Waxlax Center for the Performing Arts. For details, visit VeroBeachChoralSociety.org.
On a cold and enchanted winter night, love is in the air under the mystical glow of the Aurora Borealis. Hearts break, sparks fly, strangers become friends, friends become lovers, and, well, that's where the magic happens. Almost Maine. a charming, funny, and deeply romantic comedy about love, longing, and second chances. Now playing on the Waxlax stage. Get your best seats now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
They're coming! The Blue Angels will roar over the skies of Vero at the Vero Beach Air Show, presented by Piper Aircraft Inc. See, hear, and feel the power of the Blue Angels, the MiG-17, and the McCart Jet Motorsports Home Wrecker Jet Truck, Saturday and Sunday. Experience the dazzling fireworks extravaganza on Friday night, the Vero Beach Air Show, May 15th, 16th, and 17th, presented by Piper Aircraft Inc. Get tickets online at VeroAirShow.com.
And we're back with Ana Valencia Tillery and Ingrid Iraola. Thank you again. Let's talk about resilience, okay? Can you share a moment where you think that you had to truly rise?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel as though when I had to leave my first husband and had to really reinvent myself. I'm no longer the business owner with the paint store and, an active player on the downtown scene. I really had to figure out what my skills were and how I was going to be able to blend that with my biggest role, which was being a mom of a very young, sweet boy. And there were days where it was really hard, very challenging. And the way that I was made to feel felt as though I was never going to rise the ranks. And I got this opportunity to go into a corporate type of situation where I was able to meet and work for a celebrity. It was a very brief moment, friends. But in doing so, I also got to learn that, corporate wasn't for me, that there were a lot of people didn't want the best that was for you necessarily. It was a lot of players. And so then so in those changes that had to happen, I got to figure out what I did like, what I didn't like, and take from those things. One of my favorite statements is, and I think Ingrid touched on it a bit ago, was to learn from other people's mistakes. I don't have to make the same mistake.
Yes,
and I know now that, some of my choices weren't necessarily the best for long-term Anna, but they were great for getting me to that next step. And I might never have left Michigan to come to Florida and make Florida home, where I really do believe I thrive so much differently than what I did in Michigan, had I not have made some of those steps. So the resilience thing, I mean, people, they really try and knock you down at the knees. There's no doubt. And
no.
Yeah.
It is, it's hard because, you just said it. You had to look into yourself internally. And, most time we look outside, but really we find all an answer inside ourselves, introspectively, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever been, well, I know that you have been in that situation. And do you feel fear? Will you go through a pain through that again just to be where you are now?
Yes. I think pain is just a thing we have to go through. It's would I do things differently? Maybe. But the pain itself, I think that's what makes us who we are.
Yeah.
And what makes us get the strength that we have now.
Yeah.
If it was easy, it wouldn't be like so much accomplishment. So I think when you go through the pain and the fear and the unknown, when you go through it, you're like, yes, I just did that.
Yeah. So it's funny that you say that because reinvention is not a choice for many women. It's a survival, right?
Yes.
It's a survival. So time is flying, but, I want to get to so many questions, but and the strength, where does it come from? Faith, pain, purpose, discipline. What do you think?
A lot of people say that they have hard relationships with their mother or their father. And I probably, there was interesting male figures in my life growing up, yet my mom and I are closer now than what we ever were when I was in my youth. I helped raise my 3 siblings that are underneath me, and I felt like I was always an adult way faster than I probably needed to be or should have been. Yet I look at her now and the work ethic and her ability to love each of her kids so much. I really feel like if anytime I feel like I can't do it, I think about my mom, and she's up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan where there's flipping 200 inches of snow, and she's managing multiple houses, and she's got herself a little rental empire, and she's a school teacher, and she's got this plan, and she's working the plan. And, you know, life wasn't easy for her either. And so I just, I use it as inspiration and motivation. And whenever I'm trying to feel bad for myself, I'm like, oh, but you're not shoveling snow,
It is
Anna.
possible. It is possible. It is possible. What impact do you believe you're having, or what impact is women globally having in today's society?
What impact?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we've made a significant shift.
Yeah.
I think just keep going. The strength, the resilience, the knowing that we have so much to offer, and we make the world go around.
Yeah. So it's funny because a couple words ago, you and both of you touched on the responsibility as a woman. Once you are there, everybody's looking at you as, you know, oh, what's she doing? Should I follow her? She is my inspiration, all that stuff. So do you feel like weight on your shoulders because you are becoming an example to others? Or do you get tired of that?
I don't.
No,
I
think
honestly, I feel so blessed by it. And there's days where I just take myself right off the road, or I'm working from home, and I know that it's not going to be a good day for me to be social, but because that's just life. Yet I feel very fortunate that I get the platform to do it, and I wish that I had more time to do the one-on-ones, but there's only so much time in a day, and you have to be able to prioritize all your relationships, not just the public-facing ones, but the ones that are at home too.
Yeah, no, especially the ones that are at home. So I'm going to take a quick moment. Time is flying, and really we're not going to have time to cover everything, but I just want to, touch base on this type of conversation make me more passionate about what I'm doing. I'm having this Encuentro de Mujeres Latinas. The next one is becoming April 8th from 5:30 to 7:30. And, it's a space where we connect women with each other, we empower, and, there is a goodbye, real connections. And Ingrid has been there. I want to invite all the audience, and Ana is welcome. It's in Spanish, but she
I'm practicing my Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. So, if you want to be part of this nice event, we have 70 ladies last time, and just contact me 954-205-0700 if you're ready to grow and connect. Okay, and then just give a quick inspiration to that lady that is struggling and she wants to just give up and doesn't feel she has the power or doesn't realize how much she's worth.
So I always get up, and this is hopefully going to be it's airing anyway.
Yes, it is.
I get up when my 2 feet hit the ground. The guy downstairs says, "Oh no, she's up." So when I get up, it's time to go.
All right.
I like that.
Sneakers or heels?
Heels.
All righty. What about a phrase you tell yourself when you're in doubt?
Oh, when in doubt, just show up.
Okay, good.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much, Ingrid. The time took the best of us. But, I just want to close with something meaningful. What would you say, what you say to other women, how you make them feel is important, and we are a powerful network. So let's enhance each other, and let's try to, always be empathetic to whatever other ladies are going through, because women don't just overcome, women transform, right? And your voice matter, and don't think that you're late. Just think that you are becoming, that it takes time, but you can make it happen. You are not behind. I'm Lou Navarro. I'm a real estate agent here in Vero Beach, a Latina, a proud community leader. And, just follow me on my Instagram accounts or Facebook accounts and share this episode with somebody that needs to be inspiring. If you need help finding the right home, remember, it's a life-changing moment. So I'll be here to educate you with the strategy, education, and my heart to make it happen. Remember, when a woman decides to rise, please watch out.
Watch out. She's on fire.
On to the next episode. I'm Lou Navarro, on Whatever with Lou Navarro. Y recuerda, yo hablo tu idioma. Chao, chao.
Chao, Diana. Buen día.